So tonight is a gospel community night. We're super excited. Everybody's still coming on over. We've got a couple people inside right now. We have a couple that's been coming named Bill and Brianne. And tonight Bill's going to be sharing his story. Bill was actually a part of our group before I even knew him. He met Ben and Molly Nichols and Dustin and Sammy Coy. They invited him to some barbecues that we were doing. And one day we had this barbecue and Bill and Brianne, lo and behold, just showed up. And there they were.
You know, my flesh says, oh, they're going to be offended and leave, you know, and they'll say, oh, we'll never come back. But I'm learning that is not the case.
Yeah.
That people are thirsty for family and, you know, relationship with other people. And when they see that in action, they want to be a part of it. And I think that's exactly what drew Bill and his family back.
Yeah, I remember I think it was the first barbecue or maybe the second one. I can't quite remember, but I remember Bill kind of walking over and he was like, do you guys do this often? You know, and kind of opening the door to wanting to come back. And I remember saying, yeah, man, we do this. This is what we do, man. And I was like, you're welcome to come. You know, we'd love to have you guys here. And things just kind of moved along from there. So we're super excited to hear Bill's story, what Jesus is doing in his life, and that's what tonight's going to be about.
Just was a barbecue to us, but it wound up being this amazing group of people, which is, you know, you guys. My wife and I always felt good, you know, at the end of the night. You know, those GC nights go to like 11 o'clock at night. It's like, it's always a work night the next night. So it's people are like, why are you so tired? And I'm like, oh, it was Bible study last night. It was
pretty rough.
Just till like 11 o'clock at night. Kids, yeah. Just going for it. I like never said, you know, Sunday's gonna be a day that I'm gonna invest my time to God, until I started getting comfortable with you guys on the idea of God. I had some vacation finally, and I'm like, Brianne, we're going to church, and we gotta figure out what church we're going to. And I asked Molly if we could tag along, and we went to the 9:45 service, and it's not like any other church I've ever been to. I didn't know even you guys were all gonna be there. I was like, we went there, we sat down, and we had this awesome experience. We worshiped the Lord in like a way that was real. It wasn't fake. It wasn't about, you know, trying to see what the church can take from me or whatever. It was about praising Jesus, and it was uplifting. It was the message that Josh gave was just, it left me begging for more. Everything that you guys have got together as a community, like, it's pouring off into our children, and it's amazing. It's like, it's really cool. And I didn't have that growing up, and to have that for my kid is just, both our kids. And for us, like, to have an actual foundation now on our relationship and our marriage and our friends is something I didn't have a year ago, something we didn't have a year ago, and I love it.
If you could summarize Bill before Jesus, how would you sum that up?
It was always about me. It was always about what deal I could get. That's why I never had friends. And always having money being number one in my life, like consumed with financial stress in my life, and always wanting to have more and more shinier things. At the age of 21, I bought my first house. At the age of 22, bought my second house. But by the age of 25, I had 4 houses, 2 trucks, no credit card payments. All that stuff got taken away. With the economy going south, you know, $1 million just gone. So I had a lot of anxiety, a lot of stress, depression. My outlet was always exercise. The hardest workout was legs, and I would do that on Sunday because I felt like I would see God. Work out so hard that I'd pass out. So it became where that was everything. I couldn't skip a beat on a meal. I'd wake up at 3 o'clock in the morning to eat. It just became this religion. Questioned Jesus, does he want to know me? Where is he at? I'd even say things like, try to make deals with him, like just show yourself.
What I want to hear is when you met Jesus, is there a defining time in your, or just explain like a transition?
Well, my process has been, it was like slow. It wasn't like,
Yeah.
it wasn't like this,
Yeah, totally.
it's been a buildup of being with you guys. That's what's made it. This group has helped me. That's been my defining moment. It's this group right here. Your guys' love and kindness has led me to Jesus. And I thank you for that wholeheartedly. I'm telling you, like, I would not be doing this right now if it was not for you guys. But I thank Jesus right now because it's all you, bud. It's all about him and his plan for me and for us. The amount of stress that has gotten off my shoulders, the anxiety, the thinking that I can do it all on my own is like disappearing every day. And Jesus decided to show me that you don't need to have anything and you just need to trust in me and I will give you everything. And that is what is happening right now. I want to move forward and live God's word. I want to be able to spread his word. I want to be able to share to others his good grace that he's done for myself and my family.
Is it good to know that you have a Father in heaven?
Let's say I'm starting to hear with an aware ear of his love for me, and I'm just ready to listen now and able to listen.
God was doing a lot more than just saving our marriage. He was preparing us to be a part of his story in a way that would bring others to glorify him. I get to participate in the redemption process of other people. I mean, that's the eternal value that the world just doesn't have to offer.
In the midst of our brokenness, the Lord had other people in mind. He's got a plan so massive and so big that we couldn't possibly imagine it. He has written a story and he wanted to include me in it. He wanted to include Christy in it. He wanted to include the members in our gospel community in it. He wanted to include Bill and Brianne in it. Surely there are many, many more. There's sons and daughters, men, women, children that he has yet to redeem. But he's out there and he's working. He's working through his people, and I think that that's awesome.